So this story is about Unamdi, a very young, vibrant man who grew up in the place like Yanopaja. He finally got his way up to work with a company called Meristem. Here he's rushing to attend a meeting which he has with some of the board members regarding a new project, a new world project which he actually won. And the company was impressed and they are planning on promoting him. So he has been given a promotion to the vice president of that world project, and this is him very, very excited. Who is not going to be excited? This takes us into the movie Family Gbese. So this movie is quite interesting. Here is Nnamdi very happy before this vehicle came on. Oh, this is Ekun, a gangster. He works for Onisha Ojo, one of the street bosses around the area where Nnamdi lives. And this is Nnamdi's younger brother, Chibuza. So Chibuza, this one is quite a troublesome person. He has been in and out, borrowing and gambling. So what has Chibuzo done again that has brought Ekun to see Nnamdi? So this movie is so interesting. He said actually that Chibuzo has borrowed 10 million naira from Ekun, and Nnamdi has told Ekun not to borrow Chibuzo's money anytime he comes in to ask. But you know, the gangsters, they always try to give out loans where they know they can earn more money. Actually, they are saying now that he's gonna pay 20 million because the money he took has been a long time and has got been placed on interest. So they were trying to throw him off the balcony if he doesn't pay up the money. So this is Nnamdi begging, and before the sister runs down from the balcony to meet Nnamdi. Nnamdi, please, what is going on? Don't let these people throw Chibuza from the roof. He said Chibuza borrowed money from Ekun and has not paid. Please don't kill him. So they were talking back and forth, and he gave Nnamdi three options. That either they pay the 20 million or he throws him down from the balcony. And here is Chibuzo begging for his life, very scared. Well, and they decided that okay, tonight they were going to meet, and he suggested 9 p.m. He said no, let's meet 9 p.m. That then he stipulating that don't worry, he will come, he will show up and meet them at 9 p.m. So he's gonna see Onisha Ojo, which is Ekun's boss.
Brother, stop this. Put your hand down. Listen, this is why you might be pointing at me. Brother, when you make this shit, let me tell you, in fact, let me just tell you, it's just for yourself. I don't even appreciate it. Shouldn't have told them anything. Nonsense. Didn't help me. Let me just tell you now. Brother Gozie. Brother Nnamdi, what about my school fees? Can you use it?
Choma, no.
So she was trying to tell Nnamdi that, let Nnamdi use the money she was supposed to use to pay for her fees to cover up her brother's debt. But Nnamdi refused because, Nnamdi wants her sister to finish up with school. So the next thing, this is Nnamdi's fiance. She's showing off her ring. She's the lady with the red dress. Such a beautiful lady, right? She's showing off her rings and actually waiting for Nnamdi. And it seems Nnamdi is taking so much time before he arrives. But here comes Nnamdi's sister and brother, Chioma and Chigozie. So they came in and while the fiance, she's greeting everyone. So Yetunde immediately saw Chioma and they greeted. Yetunde is Nnamdi's fiance. So they greeted on a stage pleasantry, and she was talking about Nnamdi not being there because Nnamdi was supposed to come see her parents, So this is Yetunde's mother. She's not smiling anyway. So Nnamdi is still going to Onisha Ojo's club. This is Nnamdi because he was supposed to meet up with a 9:30 appointment, which he has made with Onisha Ojo regarding the debt that the brother was supposed to pay. So this is him walking into the club, and he sees Onisha Ojo's gang player. So I called him. He walked. They were going to Onisha Ojo's office to see him, and this is his office. Ah, Onisha Ojo. He says the boss. He stares. He stares at Nnamdi Stanley, looking at him, and then he said, "An elder says a child who washes hands well would definitely eat with his elders." Then he said, "Do you remember when I wanted to train him?" He was talking to Ekun. People said, what concerns an Igbo man with a Yoruba boy? They were insulting him. But now, look at how Nnamdi has become a great person. That when he was there, he saw a bright future. And he knew that based on all the things, according to him, would be of great benefit for him. But when he told him to join their business, he rejected. He was angry with him, but he knew that one day, when he's calm, he will come back to work with them. So Onisha Ojo says this. So he told Ekun, tell him about the business we have for him. And he said, it's not a difficult thing, no. It's not a difficult thing. The person that claimed our money for us has been arrested for 3 months. So he was arrested because of the business they were doing. But now, they want Nnamdi to help him down with the business by depositing the money into his company's account. So it was going to help them facilitate their transactions. So they'll be depositing around 200 million. And then they told him that he will get 10% share. So he should not worry. Don't worry about it. Nnamdi was scared. He was struggling with the idea. And he was pleading with Onisha Ojo. Nnamdi said, Onisha Ojo, I don't think I can do this kind of business you want me to do. And Onisha Ojo was a bit angry and told him that he trusts him and he knows he can handle any kind of business that comes his way. And he should do this for him, that he will really, really, really appreciate it. Then Nnamdi had no choice and he accepted. He said yes, he understood everything. And Onisha Ojo was happy. And Ekun was busy tapping him and playing with him. That should be a man. Then the scene fades away. Nnamdi quickly rushed back to the scene where he was supposed to meet his fiancée, his sister and brother. So he was looking around, looking left, then he finally saw where the brother and sister was. He was pleased, and his fiancée was angry with him. They later kissed, and they were happy. So she said, even if she's happy and accepts that he came late, the mother won't. So Nnamdi pleaded that she helps talk to a mother for him, and they all worked together to where the mother was. Before Nnamdi was stopped by Chibuza. So he asked him, what happened? What did you say? How did it go with the meeting with Onisha Ojo? Then he said he shouldn't worry about that. That he was the one that caused it all and should go away. Then Nnamdi walked straight to meet his fiancée. This scene shows Meristem advertising their product to a group of people, actually students. And this is Ayomeku Balogun. She was the one presenting it, while Nnamdi sits behind to listen to what she was saying as she addresses the people. And while the meeting ends, the student went for their packages as Ayomiku quickly approaches Nnamdi, and as she walked gently, Nnamdi stops and greeted, said, who am I speaking with? Said, this is Nnamdi. And said, I am Balogun. Nice to meet you. So they exchanged greetings, and he introduced himself as the vice president for the project. So that is how it went. And after that, they decided to talk about the project, the benefits, and Umiko has decided that she was going to put her effort to make sure everything goes smoothly as they plan. So Shoma was busy ironing while Nnamdi fiance walked in, and they wanted to excuse her and go to their room to do what lovebirds do. And then here is Choma lamenting and saying, this and that about being single. So Nnamdi and his fiancée were making out in the room while there was a wild noise. Shook Nnamdi. He quickly rushed out to see what's going on. And here he found people, strangers, criminals. This is Eku and his team. So they came to see Nnamdi in his house regarding everything that has been going on, and they trying to remind him about that that they were going to deposit the money into his account. And Nnamdi was saying they cannot accept that money, and he cannot loan that money for them. And they were exchanging words, and Eku was pissed. So they decided to take Chioma away, since Nnamdi has decided not to work with them. And they told him that when he's ready to work with them, they were going to release Chioma. So Nnamdi was sad, and the fiance was surprised with what happened. And Nnamdi could not explain, he was short of words. But she was not happy at all with what she heard. This is Nnamdi hanging out with his colleague at work. They were discussing the project before Chigozie called, and he answered the call. And this is Chigozie trying to tell him on phone that he was trying to get his sister back, Chioma, and that he was standing outside the gate that he was going to get his sister out. Nnamdi was trying to tell him not to do anything bad, not to go. And then he came out of his house where he hid Chioma. Nnamdi's colleague was surprised. She didn't know what was going on. And he kept telling Nnamdi not to do anything as Eku is trying to drive out of his street. Immediately, Gozie stood up and tried to go into the place. This is Nnamdi trying to rush back to the place Gozie said he was, in order to not get him into trouble. Then Gozie gathered a crowd, and after that he took Chioma and they ran off into a vehicle, a small bus, before the vehicle drove off. So that's how Gozie saved Chioma from Eku's house. And Nnamdi was scared and worried because he didn't want Gozie to go on with a wrong plan that might endanger the life of Chioma. After that, they finally met at home, and Gozie was explaining what happened, and Nnamdi was not pleased with the way Gozie went into the place and saved Chioma. That could be very dangerous, and it could endanger Chioma's life and Gozie's as well. So Gozie was saying, what is all this? He has tried, he has done what he can do best, while Nnamdi phones ring, and it's Ayomiko. Ayomiko asked Nnamdi, hope there is no problem. And Nnamdi was saying he's going to call her back, that he's busy at the moment. While Tola Nikoka, which is Nnamdi's girlfriend, calls him. But Nnamdi said he has to go, and he turns back and said that Chigozie should not do anything stupid while he's away. So Nnamdi didn't go far. Then Ekun came in, barged in, and gave Chigozie a blow, beat him up, and said, are you mad? You had the guts to try to burn my house down with my babe, you unfortunate fellow. He was really angry with him, said, are you mad? Are you mad? He was really pissed that Chigozie tried to burn down his house. But the next thing, Nnamdi had to meet up with Ekun's boss, and he was pleading with what happened, and he was trying to ask for mercy, that it wasn't going to happen again, that it was not his intention, that they should show him mercy. So he said he was not going to forgive him, that he was going to kill him and his sibling. So Nnamdi was begging Ekun as well. How he was pleading that he should forgive him, that it was not his intention, that he didn't plan for that to happen. He finally accepted to help them launder the 250 million through his company's account. And although Gozie has already been told to leave the territory, he doesn't want to be seen, but they have decided to forgive Chioma and let Chioma stay, but on the condition that he is going to help them to launder the money. That was the deal they finally made. If not, they were going to kill. Okay, this part shows where they were living, and that is Nnamdi driving with Ekun behind him, and they were trying to see that Chigozie leaves their territory. So this is Chioma saying bye to Chigozie, while Chigozie said bye, and you can see why as he walks back, the next vehicle is Ekun. Ekun wanted to make sure that Chigozie has completely left the territory as they agreed. And he said he's watching him. He's watching him closely, making sure he doesn't return back to their territory. So finally Chigozie left, and that scene fades away. So yeah, we see Nnamdi return home with Chioma, and this Tonani was so pleased to see Chioma and Nnamdi back and safe, and she was really happy. She missed Nnamdi, and they finally told her about what Nnamdi planned to do. So it was a great idea, but Tonali was not pleased because he knew Nnamdi was going to jeopardize his career to save Chigozie. So the wealth project was going so well, the stakes were increasing, Nnamdi's been known, and the project was literally a success.
What she does for
They
a
were
living.
recognized.
Can you share a sentence for
Tolani
us,
was
Anibo?
a bit sad, but
And that is Sir AI.
Nnamdi he had a great
Sweet,
record, and they were happy with the way the project
Thank you very
went
much. Enjoy the rest of your
successfully.
day.
Everyone was happy. It was a win-win.
This is
including
what
the
I'm talking
management,
about. He has brought such
American
fame and repute to
board
the
members.
family.
They were pleased
Well done, Nam. Thank you so much.
how
Well
far
done.
Onam
Well
took the
done.
project
Should I
and
call
how
you
successful
Mazi Oganiu?
the project had become.
No.
So
Please,
while
Alice,
Onamdi was
it would be
getting
more
popular and
bearable.
recognized,
I'm
he
begging
was
you,
also
like, see,
getting closer to
when I
Mrs.
get to events
Balogun.
like that, it's just have
You know,
friends
they were
and then I
getting
walk in.
acquainted,
You need to get your own friends.
getting to like each other and spend more time with each other.
That's what I'm
And she
asking.
seems to really fancy him a lot with his jokes, and from the look of things, she's falling in love with him, and he is also,
Nothing.
in love with him as well.
We should decide.
So after a couple of projects together, Unamdi found himself with Mrs. Balogun in his vehicle, and they were discussing more about their project and also
See,
about how close they have become so far. And Nnamdi was trying to express his feelings to her, that he likes her and he wants them to be together, and they finally kissed again. This was a sign for Nnamdi that the relationship with his fiancée was not going to work. But that was the pause, and Mrs. Balogun felt like, okay, probably this was a mistake, and they need to take a pause because he was getting married. And Nnamdi was telling her that he's not going to get married, that he wants to marry her. Then they kissed again and again. But Mrs. Balogun was not sure about that, and he told him that he needs to first fix what he has with Aladdin's girlfriend. And after that, he'll handle the affair. Okay, back at Maritime, Nnamdi had some couples of workers complaining about the money that are going in to the account and going out, and they were worried that what was the purpose of the money, and Nnamdi was saying they should, not talk about it, that they shouldn't worry about it, that he's keeping track of it. So, being their boss, they listened to Nnamdi and walked away. But he was very, very worried because he knows that these are illegal funds that have been sent into the company's account. So the next day, Nnamdi returned to work in the morning, and he was so surprised at what he saw in front of him. Then he took a walk further to see, and that was the EFCC vehicle parked at his office. He knew something was up. He was scared. But anyway, he confidently decided to go into the office because he knew that whatever happens, he has to face the consequences. Then, seeing the EFCC standing by and his boss, they were there waiting for him at his office with a disappointing look. So she said, "This is Inspector Ikemunchena." The inspector was called in regarding irregularities that has been happening in the company regarding a 200 million inflow and an outflow from a fictitious organization. So they needed Nnamdi to explain that. So they took his bag and they have to take him to their office for questioning. So this is Nnamdi so disappointed, as well as his boss was disappointed as Nnamdi walks out of the Meriton facility with his colleagues so surprised because they never expected Nnamdi to do such a thing. So after a series of questioning, Nnamdi could not say anything. He could not rat out his brother because he knows that if his brother was caught, the organization too will be caught. Ekun will be caught. But his girlfriend walked in and she was really, really disappointed. Nnamdi tried to explain to him what happened, but she was not pleased. She was so disappointed that after everything, Nnamdi could do all sort of things that could, not just jeopardize his own reputation, but our family's reputation. So she was more, what my mother would say, what my family thinks, you know, that they are going to bring in a criminal into their house, into their family. So that was what she was focused on, and Nnamdi was not pleased about that. Then she walked out on Nnamdi. While Gozie was here working, Chioma sent a message to Gozie that Nnamdi has been arrested for money laundering. While he also read the news, he was disappointed that he had to put his brother through all of this. So a week after Gozie got the news, Nnamdi was summoned from the prison where he is to be seen. So sitting with the inspector, who actually spoke to Gozie, and Gozie had to confess and told them everything that happened between him and Onisha Ojo. So he had to go on social media to talk about how he was the one who made the deal with Onisha Ojo, and Onisha Ojo had to blackmail Nnamdi into laundering money into his account. If not, he was going to kill everyone in his family, including Chioma. So that prompted the deal between Nnamdi and Onisha Ojo. And he also made them understand that Onisha Ojo was a wanted criminal, and the police has been out looking for him, and then they wanted to have a reason to arrest him. So they finally busted Onisha Ojo's bar, and they find out that he and his colleague Okun has escaped. So they decided that okay, they should derive a plan whereby if they release both, they are going to release Nnamdi, Chioma will be free as well, and they also released Gozie. They wanted Onisha Ojo and his boys to come after Nnamdi. So if Onisha Ojo and his boys come after Nnamdi, they will stand a chance to arrest them. But Nnamdi was really scared because he knew how dangerous those men were, and he was not willing to risk the life of his family for that kind of mission. But the police told them that that was their only word, their only move, and the best before their names, including the names of his brother, to be cleared. But they finally agreed before. Friend was standing outside, having abandoned him in jail for a long time because she doesn't want anything that will affect our career and our family's name. So she was trying to ask for forgiveness and try to let him know that despite whatever she did, that she really loves him. But Nnamdi said, she doesn't. You don't love me. If you love me, you won't have done that. You love your career, your job, and your family more. And he can't stand that. That was what Nnamdi said, that she doesn't love him. Having cleared his name, Nnamdi was called back to work to resume back at his job as the vice president at the Wealth Project. He was pleased and very happy, and his boss was very happy. They later understood how Olusha Ojo's organization threatened Nnamdi's family, and they were pleased to have him back. And she also apologized to him. Nnamdi had to meet up with Mrs. Balogun, his partner at the Wealth Project, to apologize to her and explain to her everything that happened. But Balogun was not pleased because he expected her to tell him. He expected him to tell her everything that happened. But she was really sad, and Nnamdi was trying to explain that he couldn't, that he didn't want to endanger her life as well. That it was a very, very, very critical and serious issue. She was really, sad when she heard all that happened. I was trying to find a way to forgive him, but it was quite difficult for her. So Gozie stormed Onisha Ojo's bar, and the barman was saying, Gozie, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here. Why are you smiling? And he said he wants Onisa Ojo to know that he's here. Then the barman decided to call Onisa Ojo and inform him that Gozie is around. So here Nnamdi was on his usual Wealth Project speech on the platform, and while here Gozie was taken, since he went to Onisha Ojo's bar, so he was taken by one of the Onisha Ojo's men, and just like they said, they wanted to see him. So he was like, we had something he wants to tell them, and they were like, what was that? So the glass Nnamdi has on is a glass that has a camera on it, so he could do a video recording, a live record on the social media platform. So currently he's recording everything that Onisha Ojo and his crew member were doing. So he was able to share it live on the social video, and the world was able to see everything and how Nnamdi was not involved in the money laundering, but rather Onisha Ojo. So this was a medium for the police to set Nnamdi free and to get his name also cleared for the world to see everything that was going on. At the moment, Onisha Ojo and his colleague didn't even know what was going on until they later find out that the glasses were it. So they damaged the glasses, and we're just watching him to see what's the next step, what was going to happen. So before they knew what was going on, the police came in. When the police came in, they were asked to drop their guns, and they were about to be arrested and taken in for questioning. So this was how Chigozie was saved finally after everything. So Onisha Ojo and his men, they were handcuffed and they were taken out. So the policeman was trying to release him after everything. That it took a lot of time, that those guys were about to kill him. So they were happy together, celebrating about the victory, on how the policemen did their job properly, and they went back to the hall to inform the whole members of the Wealth Project that everything is going successfully, and that the robbers, the launderers, were apprehended, and they celebrated and called and were hailing Mary Stem, Mary Stem, Mary Stem, Mary Stem. So that is basically how the Family Gbese ended and was sorted. More amazing projects. celebrated it, and Nnamdi became more popular and more successful in what he was doing. So the last part was where Nnamdi celebrated with his girlfriend, his new girlfriend, on how far they went together, and Shoma and Chigozie were there watching them. That was how it ended.